Hello students, today in this lecture we'll discuss about theory part of projectile motion. We'll derive formula for equation of motion, and then what is the range and maximum height attained by projectile motion. All these points we'll discuss in this lecture, and in further lectures we'll solve a number of problems on projectile motion. Now projectile motion is a type of curvilinear motion. The curvilinear motion means what? When any body is thrown in inclined direction, so maybe that body or say stone traces some curved path in the air, and finally that particular body strikes the ground. So path traced by the stone is not a straight line, it is along some curved path. In curvilinear motion, when during this motion that particular body or stone is subjected to only acceleration due to gravity, then the motion is called as projectile motion. That means you can say projectile motion is a type of curvilinear motion in which that body or particle is subjected to acceleration due to gravity. Now suppose this one is what? This is a ground, and from this point a body is projected. That means now this one will represent as what? To say this one is a ground, right? And from this ground a body is projected from this point. Say this point is what? O. And when this body is projected, it is projected in inclined direction like this. So the velocity with which body is projected is represented by u0 and is called as velocity of projection. u0 is called as what? Velocity. And this velocity is velocity of projection. That means you can say it is nothing but initial velocity with which body is thrown. This is velocity of projection. Now velocity is inclined at some angle with horizontal. This angle normally will represent by theta 0. So it represents the direction of this velocity. Therefore this angle theta 0 is called as what? This is angle of projection. This one is angle of projection. That means you are getting some two terms. Velocity of projection means what? The velocity with which particle is projected, and theta 0 is inclination of velocity with horizontal, called as angle of projection. Now during this motion, once this stone is projected or thrown, what happens? As velocity is inclined, velocity of the stone is inclined. Therefore, due to its horizontal component of this velocity, if we resolve this u0 along x and y axis, we will get some two components. One is in horizontal direction, other one is in vertical direction. Vertical direction means will represent by y axis, so therefore this one I will write as what? u0y. And horizontal component I will write as what? u0x. Now you know any force that can be resolved along x and y axis, like this will resolve this u0 along x and y axis. So u0x means horizontal component of velocity comes out to be what? So this u0x is u0 cos of theta 0. Right, because inclination with horizontal, the horizontal component becomes cos component, and u0y, this is vertical component of velocity, so this is u0 sine of theta 0. Now basically projectile motion is a type of curvilinear motion which is subjected to acceleration due to gravity. That means this acceleration due to gravity acts in downward direction. Therefore I will represent this is acceleration. That means resultant acceleration of particle is acceleration due to gravity. That means your acceleration A is nothing but what? Acceleration when you will write, that is A is nothing but your acceleration due to gravity. You will follow sign convention as upward positive. and a rightward positive in horizontal direction. As acceleration due to gravity is in vertical direction and is in vertically downward direction, therefore A is replaced by what? Minus G. Therefore, if we try to apply our equations of motion for this projectile motion in horizontal and vertical direction, so in horizontal direction, what is acceleration of particle is very important. Now, as resultant acceleration is in vertical direction, that means in horizontal direction there is no acceleration. That means you can say acceleration is what? Along x-axis is what? 0. Therefore, if we use or if we try our three equations of motion, that is, first equation is V equal to U plus AT. That means V equal to what? U plus A into T. Now in this equation, as this term acceleration term is 0, right? So V equal to U, as we are applying this equation along x-axis, so this is x component, this is also x. That means what? Horizontal velocity doesn't change. Therefore in horizontal direction what will get? What component you are getting, say u0x, or if you look at any other point, that is nothing but say point A, so it's a horizontal component of velocity. If we write one more component as what, say VBX, all these are what? These are constant. All these components means horizontal component of velocity always remains constant in projectile motion. Other equation, if we try V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Now again acceleration part becomes 0. That means V square equal to U square. That means what? Again horizontal component remains constant. Look at only one equation, that is nothing but S. Our equation is what? S equal to equation of motion. Basically it is ut plus half at square, right? This is our equation of motion. Now as you are applying our equation along x-axis, so what will write here? S is replaced by x. In horizontal direction, what is the velocity? That is u0x into what? T plus acceleration part is what? This one is 0. That means you will get what? Only one equation along x-axis, that is nothing but x equal to u0x into T. Same thing if we'll apply in vertical direction, right? So when we'll apply our equations in vertical direction, you know acceleration is what? The A is nothing but minus g, right? Acceleration is replaced by minus g, and wherever we'll write our term, that is say S, is replaced by what? Y. Now what is the first equation of motion? V equal to U plus AT. That means V equal to U plus AT. This equation for projectile motion can be written as what? So this V is nothing but vertical component of velocity, that is nothing but Vy, right? That is Vy, and Vy is equal to what? So what is the term U? In this case U means what? Vertical component of velocity. A is replaced by minus g and T. That means this is our second equation of motion. In vertical direction, first equation. Next, you know what? V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Now for this projectile motion in vertical direction, this equation becomes what? So V is replaced by Vy. That means Vy square. U is replaced by U0y and its square. A is replaced by minus g, therefore I'll put minus 2 into g, and S is replaced by what? Y. This one is our equation number 3 in vertical direction, equation of Vy square. One more equation is there, third equation, that is what? S equal to ut plus half at square. Now this equation for projectile motion in vertical direction is written as what? So S is replaced by what? Y. Okay. Then U is replaced by what? U0y. T will remain as it is. And then A is replaced by minus. Therefore it becomes minus half g t square. That means now when you solve any problem, or if you want to derive any formula for projectile motion, our four equations are very important. One equation along x-axis, that is x equal to u0 x into t. Along y-axis, Vy equal to u0y minus gt, Vy square equal to u0y square minus 2gy, and y equal to u0yt minus half gt square. Now, due to this horizontal component in figure, if you see, there are two components, u0x and u0y. Now, as u0x, this component remains constant in projectile motion, that means particle will continue its motion along x-axis, and due to u0y, this will move in upward direction. But as per our equation number 2, which represents Vy, that means after any time, at any time instant t, what is Vy? That is u0y minus gt. That means the second term is negative. Therefore, velocity in vertical direction or component of velocity in vertical direction, that will not remain constant. That one reduces due to acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, when particle starts its motion under the action of gravity, this one what will get here, particle moves in vertical direction, particle moves in horizontal direction, and what path trace will get, you will get this path traced by particle, something like this. Now at this point what happens, this one is nothing but where this particle doesn't move beyond this limit. Reason is what, this Vy equal to u0y minus gt, suppose u0y is what, 100, just we'll assume u0y is what, 100, and for approximate calculation g will take as say 10. That means Vy equal to 100 minus 10t. That means what happens, when t becomes 10 seconds, it becomes 100 minus 10 into 10 means 100, Vy will be 0. That means vertical component of velocity reduces and somewhere it becomes 0. The location where that component becomes 0, further particle doesn't move beyond this height. Therefore, such a location, what we will get here is a maximum height reached by projectile motion. This one will derive later on. First, what we'll do, I'll assume here this one is one point. Say it starts its motion from O and it moves up to point A, where coordinates of these points are x and y. Now, if coordinates are x and y, means it represents what? The point A is at what vertical distance from point O, this distance is y, and from O to A, horizontal distance is what? X, right? And we'll assume it takes some time, say t second, to reach to location A. Now, what equations were written? Four equations of motion. If we'll write here, motion from where to where? Our motion from O to point A. Motion from O to A. Now, if motion is from O to A, and if we'll write our equation of x, so what we'll get here? X equal to u0ax into t. Now, you know u0x in terms of u0 and theta 0 is what? It is u0 cos of theta 0 into this time is what? T. That means if x distance is known, u0 and theta 0 is known, what will get here, how much time it takes to reach location A. That means t is written as x upon u0 cos of theta 0. Okay, so this one what we have done, motion from O to A, this one we applied in which direction? In horizontal direction. This is in horizontal direction. Now in vertical direction, if we apply similar equation, that means equation of y in vertical direction. In vertical direction, what equation of y you are getting? That is y equal to u0yt minus half gt square, where t represents what? Time required for projectile to reach to location A starting from O. So in horizontal direction, what time t you are getting, in that case also motion is from O to A. That means that time t represents what? Time required for projectile to reach to location A. That is x upon u0 cos of theta 0. Therefore, in this equation, if we put this value of t and u0y as what, as we are resolved, u0 sin theta 0, and t value will substitute as x upon u0 cos of theta 0, right? This one is t minus half g and t square, that means x upon u0 cos of theta 0 and its square. That means now what will get here, y equal to, see u0 gets cancelled, sin upon cos is what, tan. That means this one is written as tan of theta 0 x minus, now in numerator what will get here, gx square. In denominator that 2 will remain as it is, 2 u0 square, because the t square means bracket square, hai, so u0 square cos square theta 0. Now what equation you are getting, this one is in terms of x and y. When we will get any relation between x and y, it represents what? Equation of path. It represents equation of path, or that is also called as what? Equation of trajectory. It is called as equation of trajectory. Now this equation what we are getting is y equal to tan theta 0 x. Tan theta 0, so angle is constant, theta 0 is constant. Therefore y equal to, say, ax, constant into x, minus that g is constant, 2 is constant, u0 constant, theta 0 constant, and ax square. Variable part is only x square. That means this equation is in which form? It is ax, a is some constant, minus this one is bx square. That means degree of this equation is what? X square term. Y is in terms of x square. This equation represents what? This one is basically equation of parabola. This is equation of parabola. Therefore, from this equation, what you are getting, you can say path traced by projectile. Path traced by projectile is parabolic, in nature. Such type of question normally asked in exam. Prove that path traced by projectile is always parabolic. Okay, thank you very much.